talk about diversity in this country. I hear it in schools and organizations. I see it on the internet. We talk about diversity, but we don't actually walk the talk.
There's a lot of different opinions and there's a lot of different perspective, and it's really hard for kids to make the connections with different cultures.
Yeah, I have noticed like people judging each other.
Well, there's lots of stereotypes.
The name calling and judging people before they get to know them.
Kids need to understand what that means, and they need to understand the roles that they play in that.
Our Seed Kids program, run by Jeanette Nichols, allows our 3rd grade and 7th grade students, each class of those students, to participate in monthly seminars. And Jeanette comes in with age-appropriate activities, so they begin to understand each other and our differences.
Hope is about a biracial girl who's probably about your age, and when she goes to school, people start asking her questions about what she is. And they say that to her, "What are you?" And at first she doesn't really...
We do a lot of exposure. We talk about all different kinds of people, their ways of life, their cultures, their traditions. And so I think the more education they have at a younger age, the less likely they are going to form stereotypes and prejudices against others.
If I look in the mirror, who's the only person I see? If a hand mirror right here.
Your own self.
Sure, my own self. Okay, but when I look through a window, I get a glimpse or a view of things very different possibly than myself, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to want you to find a book out there that's either a window for you or a mirror. The focus in both 3rd and 7th grades has been mostly on identity. This part of the program will kind of move into stereotypes and prejudice and racism. Of course, developmentally, it'll be very differently presented in 3rd grade than it would in 7th grade. Okay, so when we talk about stereotypes, what's the big deal? Why would someone get upset?
I was really nervous at first. I felt that I wasn't really trained.
Well, I mean, it's kind of hard because you're with like your peers and people who you're friends with and stuff, so you don't want to say anything to offend anybody else.
Well, when it first started, it's kind of like awkward because it's like, why are we doing this? But then after a while, it's like, oh, like you kind of get to look forward to it after a while.
Then what is that stereotype underneath that?
It's kind of portraying Arabic people as bad people, kind of like they're terrorists, but they're not.
Think about that interchange and how that plays out for someone who's an immigrant to our country.
After Ms. Nichols leaves, I spent the entire day following up on what she teaches, and it's been going really smooth.
We learn from each other by talking. So please feel free to open up your heart, open up your mouth, and share with your fellow classmates.
I'm hearing stories where kids at lunch now will say, oh, at lunch today, you know, we noticed that we sat at a segregated table. And we don't really see ourselves as, you know, racists or anything, but we notice that, you know, we all sit together at a table. And we're going to try to fix that.
It's amazing the conversations that we're having with kids at such a young age. And we really feel strongly that if we can change things at a young age, these kids are going to carry through with them throughout their life a different outlook on people.